mean, I've had a inkling about just like self-development, personal development. I had a very like passive year this last year, and I felt like I was just being stagnant, not growing. So I knew that this would be an opportunity to grow and like learn new, just personal development techniques, I think, and just to be encouraged by a group of other people that are like-minded, that are seeking something. So yeah, I was hoping to be encouraged, and to be challenged, and just have fun. And Philip, ultimately, he sent me a text, and I had just had some recent conversations at work and like in my quiet time, and it just was like the nudge of the Holy Spirit through Philip, I think, that was just like, hey, this is your chance. So the Fire and Ice workout on Friday morning, that was I used to work out all the time, playing college football and stuff, and just growing up playing sports all through being young. But so it was fun to be like physically challenged again, and then to like see the fruits of that, like now I've been cold showering for 2 weeks after that deal. So it was a lot of fun to just like feel that again. I don't know, and to see everybody else in that same workout. That was cool. Let's see. So, I mean, I've just, like I said, this last year I was just like extremely passive and not like growing in a lot of areas of my life, letting a lot of stuff pass me by in my professional life and just like life as a dad and husband. So one of the things that I really enjoyed was like just like the people in the group, like the intentionality and like the thought-provoking questions and the visionary exercises we did. Like, it's just stuff that I would have never done on my own, and it was really cool to like do that and think like, oh, this is something that I could implement, or like, hey, instead of just letting life pass you by, like, let's take a hold of it and be intentional with like our thoughts, our actions, our day-to-day interactions. So it's been good to just see like a whole new, like, don't just let the day pass you by, like take the day, and control that, just with intentionality. I would say just excited about like being intentional as a dad and seeing the fruits of that in the house with just the fun activities we can do, and like not seeing things as, I would say, like challenges in the home front, but like opportunities to develop and grow. Like a lot of stuff I would deflect against, like, and just have an excuse for, like, this is a difficulty that I'm struggling with or feeling with as a dad, like, and this is the reason why, because it's just that season of life. Like, to not allow that to be an excuse anymore, but to be encouraged by other people. Like Philip had his talking about scavenger hunts with his kids, and I did that a couple times with our kids. And our daughter, who's struggling with reading, that's 7 years old in first grade. Like, now it's like this real exciting thing for, like, hey, I have to read this to do this scavenger hunt. So it's like encourage that growth through her that I was struggling with. Like, we have her and her two siblings in the same room, and there's just not a lot of like one-on-one time at night with just a couple hours after work. So it's a way to like still all be together, but like, hey, let's let's work on this. So I don't know, just being intentional, being creative at home, and just excited to see how the community can help me become like a better dad in those ways that I wouldn't have thought about myself. I would say, like generous and loving. I want my kids to, and people that I interact with, to know that, like, you know, my dad was never one to hold everything in, like just be selfish with things. That I want to be the dad, the parent, the husband, the friend that was always generous, always willing to give to others, and whether it be like my time, financially, just excited to see. I'm excited to hopefully see someday, looking back, and just be, a generous, compassionate person that always extended forgiveness. Yeah, I mean, there was a whole lot of like unsureness about the weekend, like you're not knowing. I didn't know what we were getting into, but it was. I would just say, like, you don't know. I would have never known what I was getting into had I not done it. So it was just like that. I was really excited to learn about, like, hey, what am I getting into? Mm-hmm. And then to be having like no idea of what that was, and then just to see the fruits of that, like, it's okay to go into something not knowing exactly what is going to come of it, but knowing that God has put you in that position for a reason, and that just to see his hand in that whole weekend, and like the intentionality and the people that you met, and now the follow through following that weekend, and the community that you become a part of, super rewarding. And you know, some of the guys have said, like, you know, we're not used to good surprises in our adult life, like it's, oh, somebody died, or like just somebody got let go, or there's a divorce that you know of, and it was just a great, like, good surprise that it's like you just don't really get that in life anymore. So it was a good opportunity for that.